What's up, everybody? You're tuned into the Spotlight, and we are featuring the one, the only songwriter, singer, actress, all-around superstar, crush ng bayan, is Nadine Lustre. Nadine, hello, welcome to the
Hey,
show.
Rami! Thank you. What's up, everyone? Grabe naman yung crush ng bayan. I
Belated
did
happy
not expect that.
birthday. Belated happy birthday. How was your celebration? How was your birthday?
Thank you. Well, I mean, it was pretty chill. Just had a couple of friends over because I was in Siargao for my birthday. My family came over as well. So it was pretty chill. Everyone dressed up and we were all just, partying. But it was fun. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
really fun.
Okay, before we get into the serious questions about the music, my most important one for today is how are the corgis?
Oh my God. That's a good question, huh? They're good. I haven't seen them for a while because I flew to Siargao October 10 and then I came back recently lang. So they're good. Um they're rounder as ever.
Cute.
Yeah,
Okay,
I miss them. I super miss them, but they're really good.
Nadine, congratulations on all the success for the song "Wait for Me" and also for "Wildest Dreams." We played it a lot. We played it a lot on the station. The crowd loves it. The listeners love it. Always requesting for it. Congratulations. Okay,
Thank
so
you.
I want to get to the origin story of "Wait for Me." Okay, for those,
Yeah.
let's say for those people who haven't heard it, I want to hear it from you directly. Give me one or two sentences. How would you describe "Wait for Me"?
Wait for Me is very relatable. Um what else? I know a lot of my friends who can relate to it just because, it's the breakup season. It's the breakup season. But anyway, I've seen a lot of comments and they're saying that, even though it's a really sad song, people are happy for me just because um, this time they really appreciate how I am as an artist, as a singer as well. Just because Wait for Me is kind of different from Wildest Dreams, and it's a bit more challenging to sing even. Wait for Me isn't actually, I didn't write Wait for Me, to be honest. It's by Sweater Beats. He's a producer from LA. And funny thing was that when we were um, when Careless showed me the song, I wasn't really sure about Wait for Me because I was saying, well, it's a bit different from Wildest Dreams. The vibe is different, the music is also different. So, I was worried that it was going to be, how do I say it? Parang naiba siya. It's super different, right? It's pop. It's like
Yeah.
heavy pop. So I was really worried about it, and then I was telling Careless na I don't think I can sing it because like it's very challenging to sing that song. But anyway, I almost didn't do it, but I mean eventually they convinced me. And then how many months has it been? Because I recorded the song in May or June, so it's been a while. Yeah, it's been how do I say it? We kept it for a while just because other artists were releasing tracks and we wanted to, of course, give them the priority since, I mean, I just had my concert, I just had
Yeah.
Wildest Dream, so we had to wait for the campaign to finish, which was after a year when it started, before we dropped something. So yeah,
So
here you go.
you mentioned that Careless was the one who presented the song to you. How does that work?
Yeah.
Do you get demos from producers and then you choose what song? Ganun ba yun?
It was a demo when they sent it to me. Um, Hence, our creative director was also because I confide to him a lot, and then I told him that or I wasn't really sure about the song just because like it's very emotional, which is something that I I guess that I haven't done before because Wildest Dreams is very introspective. It's
Yeah.
not really like emotional. It's not sad. It's
Oh.
always just like a bit on the happy, I guess, happier side of it. But then this was very emotional. And then I said, it's hard to sing. Like, I don't know if I can sing it properly. I don't know if I can even do the song justice. But then they convinced me eventually. They sent me a demo track for it, and I liked it. It's just that it really wasn't my thing, you
Yeah,
know?
it's different. It's way
Yeah.
different.
It's
But
so
dude,
different. Exactly.
unbiased, ang ganda. Like no,
Thank
I'm
you.
not just saying this because I'm interviewing you now, but ang ganda, especially like on radio, and it's a different side of
Yeah.
Nadine. Eh. Diba?
Yeah.
Parang wow, saan galing to?
Yeah.
Question now is, did you know that this was gonna be one of your last before taking a break from music? Before you made
Um,
it.
yeah. Well, I wouldn't say that I'm taking a break from music. It's just that, I'm working on a film with Direct Yam. But it doesn't really necessarily mean that I'm taking a break from music.
Okay.
It's just that because a lot of people ask me this just because there's news coming out about the film, and they're like, wait, so you're not doing music muna for a while? And I said, no, 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 not really. It's not that I'm stopping, it's just that I need to finish this
Okay.
project first and then get back into music, because I feel like I cannot not do music anymore.
Gets
Like it's
gets.
already like in my
Woo!
veins. I
Yeah.
can't like stop writing songs, I can't stop just creating. And music is really something that plays a big part in my life, and I can't just like, okay, let's do this first and then just come back. No, like I have to keep making music or else I'm gonna go crazy.
Do you work on music while you're in Siargao?
Sometimes I haven't really sat down and tried to like focus and write and work on beats. Usually it's just random ideas that pop up in my head. I type it down, or like things that realizations that I find really beautiful. So I write them down just so that I don't forget. Sometimes I hear melodies in my head, I would
Uh-huh.
record it.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm also trying to look for producers that I can work with in Siargao. I've worked with a
Oh,
couple already, but it's for another project that
cool.
everyone is gonna find out eventually. Soon, it's gonna drop soon. But I think being able to connect with producers and music people in Siargao, I mean, that's probably the start of it.
That's
But
exciting.
yeah, it is
That's
very exciting. I
exciting.
mean, it's a new environment, new people to work with, new ideas. Yeah, it's very refreshing.
All right. I also read, Nadine, that you're comfortable sharing your emotions and realizations through music, through songs, diba?
Yeah,
And a lot of people, like you said, it's very relatable. But not everyone is a singer songwriter, diba? So, what
yeah.
what tips or advice would you give those who are having difficulty expressing themselves?
You really just have to find what do you call it? What it is that you love doing, because it's different from for everyone. I could be writing songs, or I guess how do I say it? Yeah, writing songs and like doing things that are creative, like shooting or just taking stills. It could be anything. For other people, it's cooking.
Wow.
It's just the randomest things that you enjoy doing, because it's a for like emotions, like you have to be able to express it in the with the right how do I say it, um I guess with the right avenue or form.
Yeah.
For some people it's painting, for some people I guess it's writing poetry. So it really just depends on how you express yourself best,
Yeah.
I
You have to
guess.
find it
Like, I don't
yourself,
know
eh,
if
no?
you have to find it yourself. It's really different for everyone. Like
Yeah.
sometimes, like my brother, for example, when he gets emotional or when he feels something, he goes to Minecraft. He
Ooh,
goes to
nice.
Minecraft and he
Yeah.
creates, he creates worlds, and like it really depends on how he's feeling that time. It's really about creation. You know
Galing,
what I
galing,
mean?
galing.
So
So to everyone
yeah,
listening, yeah, that's coming from Nadine herself. You have to find your own avenue, your own platform on how you
yeah,
can best express yourself.
yeah,
What I also love about Wait for Me, Nadine, is the different aesthetic, diba? From Wildest Dreams na medyo makula and everything. Ito
yeah.
almost black and white everything.
Black and white.
Diba?
Yeah.
The posters, the music video. What what does that symbolize? Is there anything behind that?
It's really just because it takes out parang it helps you focus more on the emotions rather than the visuals. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the visuals are really good. I mean, it's Zoopraxy, and that's what they do best. But then at the same time, because there's no color, you see more of the emotions than the visual.
Wow.
That's how Hans, our creative director, that's what he was how do I say it? That's what he was explaining to us before. That's why he wanted it in black and white. Because pretty much like when it comes to like the aesthetic and the overall look, it's really a collaboration between
Okay.
the directors, the creatives, and the artists as well. So we really wanted it to be raw. We wanted people to notice more of the emotions rather than the visuals. And like putting it in black and white is, I guess, the
Perfect.
best way.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
makes so much sense. It makes so much sense. I was
Yeah.
reading a lot of the comments on YouTube, and they were all parang focused on your vocals. Like majority
Yeah.
of them were talking about how you sing, how you did the song. Diba? Not as much on the visual side this time. So makes so much sense. It makes so much sense. So
Yeah.
props to your creatives team. Ang galing. Ang galing nun.
Yeah.
Right? What about you,
Yeah,
Nadine?
they're the
Out of
best.
out of all of the comments, out of all of the feedback that you received for this song, what do you think stood out the most? Ano hindi mo makakalimutan
Well,
na
I'm trying to remember all of the comments that I read actually. Because I haven't really been super active on social media lately. It's just because like birthday week.
yeah.
So like I had other stuff to there's other stuff that I needed to do. I needed to what do you call it? Kind of like take care of my parents when my family when they were there, like shoots and all of that. But I guess it's really just that um it's this is a new Nadine people are seeing. It's more raw, it's more I'm trying to find the right words. It's different. I mean, before it was like all just like what I was saying earlier, it was more on the positive side. And now I'm getting more comfortable
Yeah.
talking about, things that are hard to talk about. And this is not just with a song per se. It's like everything in general. I
Life.
started being more vocal about politics.
Yeah.
Started being more vocal about a lot of other stuff. Like I've been vocal about mental health, but now it's like I feel like I'm more courageous when it comes to talking about it. So it's just that I'm bearing like everything and not being afraid to show what it is that who I am, and what I'm going through.
And it
So
feels
I think
good.
it's just more of that.
And
Yeah,
it
and it
feels
feels
good.
good
Diba?
because
Parang this
yeah,
is it. This is me, you know? I
yeah,
wanted I
take it
wanted
or
to
leave
get
it.
yeah, I wanted to get in depth just two lines from the song. You can do your own thing while I do some work on me. What is that? Yung ano lang, yung some work on me. What were you
Yeah.
pertaining to?
Well, like what I said earlier, I didn't write the song, but like how I understood the song was that I need to grow. Like you can grow on your own, but at the same time, I also need to grow like on my own. Because there's this saying that while you're in a relationship, like you see your partner shed um so many times. Like we always change.
Yeah.
So, because I have a tita who I always talk to, Tita Cindy. So she's pretty much who held my hand last year when I was going through a lot of stuff, and she was saying that there are a lot of versions of ourselves, like of the people around us, and we're constantly changing. We're never the same person within, I don't know, even minutes. Like you change all the time. You shed your old self every time. So it's just growing
Yeah.
pretty
Growing.
much and learning new things and discovering a lot of things about
Yeah.
yourself. Yeah,
Not just in music, diba? Not just in music.
not
May it
just in
be
music, in
in
general.
life. In life in
Yeah,
general.
in life.
Yeah.
In
Shout out
life,
Tita
yeah.
Cindy. Shout out Tita Cindy. You're the MVP. You're the MVP.
Tita Cindy is the
Uh
best. I swear to God.
last few questions, Nadine.
Yeah,
At
go
such a young
ahead.
age, you've achieved so much. You've done all the movies, all the concerts, all the movies. What is on your bucket list na hindi mo pa nagagawa? Na yun talaga yung number one on your list.
Yeah, well, definitely business.
Ooh.
I'm slowly getting into I guess, into the business scene, but we'll see. I still have a lot of things that I need to learn about it. You know, like getting into business is kind of crazy. It's difficult. It's
Yeah, yeah.
nerve-wracking as well.
Different.
But yeah, I'm really looking forward to launching. I'm not sure if you've heard of Mind You. So it's a platform that I recently invested in. Pretty much what it does is that it makes what do you call it? It's for mental health, pretty much. It
Wow.
makes all the therapists, psychiatrists, psychologists, like all of the people who work for the betterment of mental health more accessible to Filipinos,
Wow.
just because because of the pandemic,
Yeah.
a lot of people have been going through a lot of stuff mentally, emotionally as well. Everyone is struggling, and this is a fact. Just because I've seen a lot of my friends struggle, I've seen a lot of my friends go through it, and they always ask me like, "How do you do it?" I mean, I'm not a therapist. You know, I'm not really a psychiatrist or anything. I'm not a doctor, but in my own little way, I get to help them and just give them advice on how they can like breeze through it pretty much. But yeah, with Mind You kasi, it'll make it more accessible.
Yeah.
And here kasi, like it's hard. Like it's still a stigma.
Yeah.
When you talk about depression, when you talk about anxiety, when you talk about anything that's related to mental health, people there are still people that say na parang la, that's just in your head.
Yup.
I've been told that a lot. There's this one instance even na parang I because this person was asking me why I decided to move to Siargao, and I said, well, because it's good for my mental health. I feel like life is more simple here. I feel at peace here. I'm close to nature. And then that person just told me, but like for your mental health, you're not crazy. So I'm like, exactly, right?
What?
You don't sound crazy naman. Yun yung sinabi niya. So I'm like, I wasn't really sure how I was gonna respond to it, but
Okay.
a lot of people are still, how do I say it? Are still oblivious to what mental, these things are.
And that's perfect
When it
because,
comes to
even for those who are experiencing some issues, they won't know it. Di nila alam saan
yeah,
pupunta. They don't know
I didn't know.
who to talk
Yeah,
to. They don't know who to reach out to.
yeah.
Not everyone has a Tita Cindy. Diba? Not
That's
everyone
true.
has a
And not
friend.
and not yeah, exactly.
Oh.
And when I was younger, I was going through a lot of it just because um how do I say it? It's just I didn't know what it was. I was going
Yeah.
through it. I would always get anxiety, and then I would always beat myself up just because I remember telling myself na parang, what are you like? Why are you overthinking? Like this is so stupid. Like you're just making things difficult for you. Like stop doing this. This isn't right. As a kid, I
Wow.
started experiencing anxiety when I was, I think, around 14 years old. I was a
Wow.
breadwinner. I'm not, and I'm proud to say that I am.
Yeah.
But being a breadwinner at that early age, it's a huge responsibility. And it was always like at the back of my head because I was also homeschooled. I would always tell myself, na man, like if only my life was more simple and I could just like go to high school, like go to prom. Like
Yeah.
I was young.
Grabe.
I didn't really know any better. So I was telling myself that I wish I had friends. I wish like I could go to prom, go to all these
Yeah.
fairs because I missed it. I didn't go to high school.
Mm-hmm.
So like a lot of things that were going through in my head that were like I didn't deserve it, because like I was put in this situation because I've been bad, like this is karma. There are a lot of things, and as a 14-year-old, that's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Diba? Those are heavy stuff. And the
Grabe.
thing is, back then, I didn't really know, like, I was an overthinker kasi, like growing up. Like even until now, I'm an overthinker, but now that I know, I acknowledge it. But before, it was just really bad. Like I would just get nervous, have panic attacks, and still blame myself for
Wow.
experiencing or for having an episode just because I didn't know what it was. Like my parents didn't, I wasn't really um I wasn't really open about it, about what I was feeling. Like sometimes I would just like go in my room and start crying and I don't know why.
Oh.
So it was really difficult for someone who's that age. That's why now I'm really pushing it forward just because I want people to acknowledge it. I want people to be more sensitive when talking about
Yeah.
these things, and I don't want people to be afraid of it or ashamed of it.
Dude, um, this is very heartwarming. To hear this from you, it just proves how strong you are. It proves how hard you really worked to be where you are now, and we salute you for that. We
Thank you.
sobrang. I'm literally getting goosebumps. I don't know if you can see it. I'm getting goosebumps. Full circle. From that 14-year-old
Yeah,
Nadine who was experiencing it, ngayon with Mind You, you're the ones,
yeah,
because we don't know how many kids are going through that, diba? So with Mind
yeah,
You, wow, I
yeah,
it yeah, my hair is raising.
yeah.
I'm a
I
little
think it's
speechless, but
also, y-
yeah.
yeah, I think it's also just because I also have a 14-year-old sister. And my brother who passed away a couple of years back because of depression as well. That's why when my brother passed away, that's when I really told myself that I have to try and do something, or at least like be more open about what it is that I'm going through, and not like make people aware pretty
Yeah.
much, just to
Yeah.
spread awareness.
Woo!
Yeah.
Wow, Nadine, thank you so much for sharing that. We really appreciate it, and please know that we're here. We're here to support you in whatever endeavor that is. May it be music, may it be your businesses, your future business ventures. We're here to support
Thank
you.
you.
Good luck,
Thank
and
you.
kill it, yo. Last thing, para
Yeah,
ma-intrigue
sige.
yung iba
Okay,
sa
okay.
Siargao natin, di ba? What are the top three things to do in Siargao for Nadine?
Oh my God. Of course, like first would be surfing.
Surfing.
Definitely, like that's a no-brainer. Surfing for sure. Second is to go up north and just like go on an adventure. And then third, what is my third? Oh my God, Sev.
What's that?
Sev. It's a spot in Siargao where
Ooh.
they serve kilawin or ceviche. It's
Okay.
really good. Like yeah, definitely those are my top three.
Sam. Okay, dude. I'm excited, man. Tagal ko na di naka-Siargao.
You
I'm
should go.
excited.
You should
Yeah,
go.
for sure. Next year, book it. Nadine,
Yeah.
again, thank you so much. Before we let you go, do you have a message for all of the listeners tuned in?
Yeah, of course. I just want to thank everyone for staying with us, and to all of the fans who have already, listened to the song, watched the music video, pretty much everyone who supported Wait For Me. Maraming maraming salamat. I can't wait for you guys to see all the other projects that we're working on. It's really something very exciting. And I hope that, everything goes back to normal because I can't wait to see everyone again, just having fans day or parties with all of your supporters. So I wish it'll happen soon.
All right.
So yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in.